This is... Hello?
Oh, what's up? Sorry, I'm in a really funny mood today, mate.
KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're in the new offices of...
And the new, well, just like to make this is not the new office. This is the new building of the Matchroom HQ.
Okay.
Didn't want people to think we'd moved. This is our home, former residency, and this is the new extension of the Matchroom boxing offices. Purely for boxing, actually.
So I noticed before you were kind of in an environment where you were like at the...
We were just shoved in the corner. We used to have about 4 people in Matchroom boxing, and now we've got 40 worldwide. So this is our HQ, and we have 14 in here. So this is our UK boxing operation. Bit bare at the moment, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
But I'm sure that will change.
It will change.
No, what I was saying was before you were in an environment where like you
all in the same office.
Yeah, you sat at like the head, like whoever.
Yeah, and everyone was like down, like
yeah.
I quite like that. I do miss that a bit.
You've put pens.
Yeah. I think, by the way, for those who don't realise, this is a former stable, so we've had to maintain some of that. So Frank has his lunch out of the trough.
Could after this video, could we do a little 2-minute video showing people? But it's not finished yet, is it?
No, we just moved in. But because I'm not here that much, because we're travelling all the time, like, it's not as important. And actually, half the people in this office aren't here that much because they're on the road and travelling at events and everything. How are you, son?
I'm alright.
Little cheeky phone call this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mate. Whenever it goes, I just know. It's like, hello, mate. I go, what, 3 o'clock, mate, alright? Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I thought I'd get it in before you went to America. Obviously, you'll catch up with the young protege.
Yeah, going tomorrow to LA first, and then back to Providence. Big show, first world title fight in 27 years in Providence. Demetrius Andre, you're sending your little...
I'm not really sending him. He wanted to go.
Did he?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. He said, could I go to that? And I went, yeah, if you want. It's a bit of a ball ache to get there, because you can't go directly.
Fly to Boston.
Boston.
It's like 45 minutes from Boston.
But I said, yeah, you can go there, so... How are you?
Did you even know what you were going to talk to me about, or you just wanted to...
No, I'm just asking how you are.
I'm really good, mate. I'm really good. I had a nice weekend with the family, a rare one. I took my daughter to gymnastics, and then we went to watch Secret Life of Pets 2. Oh my God, the worst film I have ever seen.
What were you expecting it to be?
No, but I don't mind those little kids' films. Some of them are quite amusing, but Secret Life of Pets 2, and you know, I know obviously, just in case the producer's looking, because I was probably a big IFL fan, it was like the only good thing about it was about an hour and 25 minutes, and even my kids, like after half an hour, were bored. So
you wouldn't recommend that one?
No, did that. It was my nephew's birthday yesterday at a barbecue. No, it was really nice, mate. Really nice. Friday night we had the show at Your Court, which went really well. Good show. Didn't see it that one either. And yeah, mate, just ready for another get on the road again. We've got Providence this week, Manchester week after, Rome the week. You should come to Rome. Why don't you come to Rome?
What date is it?
Thursday the 11th.
I can't go to Rome. That's in
Oh,
the middle of the
and
other
then,
O2 show.
And then you got our show at the O2 July 20. And then July 27, Hooker Ramirez. And then 3 weeks of our show.
Wow.
Get the summer holiday in. And then, yeah. Do you know what? If anyone's out there who's ever suffered a, what's the bone called at the bottom of your back? By your ass? Coccyx.
Coccyx.
If anyone's ever suffered a coccyx injury, what happened was, I was on holiday and I jumped off a cliff, right? So, just to set the scene.
Is that after Joshua lost?
No. No, that was a mountain. So, we basically got up there and there's all these kids jumping off this cliff. I'd been on a boat, I'd had a few drinks, and we stopped off and they said, you got to jump off that. And I went, oh mate, I ain't jumping off that. And my missus said to me, don't jump off that. You're not 15 or 16, right? So I was like, all right then. So I swam up there and I've seen all these kids pinging off the top. So I'm looking up there, I thought, all right, I'm going up. But you've got to climb up to get to where you jump off, right? So I'm climbing up here and my missus is going to me, get down, you're not 16. And that just wound me up, right? So I got halfway up and I thought, I don't think I should be up here. But then I couldn't get down. So I went to the top, got up there, and I didn't want to jump off. And as I was standing on the edge, like rocks were crumbling away from my feet. So I just jumped. And into the water, obviously. And instead of going in like that, I went in like on my arse, right? And I can't tell you the pain. But I couldn't tell anyone because they were all telling me not to do it. Anyway, this was last July and it gave me jip for like 3 or 4 months. And it's all right now, but these chairs are terrible. I've got to get some new chairs in. But every now and again, like when I sit on hard chairs, my coccyx gives me massive jip. So if you've had a coccyx injury, can you let me know about what I should be doing with this? I don't really want to be carrying a pillow around with me on every chair that I sit in. So that's why I might be leaning forward and backwards. You're looking confused.
No, I'm confused because you work in sport and you have access to like all kinds of specialists. I don't think there's a lot you can do other than having a X-ray for a fractured coccyx, which I think I had, or a chipped coccyx. A lot of people say, I think, Ed, because you're tough, teak tough, you just get through it. But others say that, I should get it checked out. Do you know when your wife was shouting, you're not 16, was she talking about your age or stone?
No, I wish I was 16 stone. How's your weight?
17 stone.
Is it? Mm.
Yours?
Yeah, not the best. Fit for 40, baby.
How'd it go?
No, I'm alright. I'm hanging in there at the moment. It's just the coccyx is playing up, isn't it? Not really good for the gym.
Any coccyx experts out there, get in touch or...
Get in touch. There's probably some back specialists watching this as well.
I'm sure someone will get in touch.
We should get any back expert. I'm really into my coffee at the moment. Someone bought me this Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. It was really nice. If there's any coffee companies out there that want to send me some coffee, because we've got a coffee machine in this new office, that's welcome.
Can you give a shout out to someone?
Yep. Anyone you know.
In Wickford, where I live, they've opened a new place. It's called Waffleicious and Coffeelicious.
Okay.
So I went in there and the first thing the guy said to me was, where's Eddie Hearn?
Waffleicious and Coffeelicious.
Yeah, so the new business, guy called Neil.
I do this quite a lot to companies and they put it out on their social. If you're in the Wickford area, and this is post-lunch, or even for a bit of brunch, you want that special waffle feeling, you want that little cup of coffee that's really going to perk up your day, Waffleicious, Coffeelicious, it's the only place to be. Join them in Wickford, 5 days a week, and even for a cheeky weekend beverage. I bet they use that on their Instagram.
I'd use that. I'd absolutely use that. But they did say to me, like...
By the way, I bet I have a free waffle.
No, you're welcome to come down there.
Mate.
I just thought, of weighing it up, the cost of the waffle and the...
Was it pay-per-view?
The petrol in your car...
Oh, I thought you meant...
Probably outweigh it.
I thought you was thinking that a coffee and a waffle was a pay-per-view.
No, it's not. It's Wickford. It's not.
Is
London.
it?
Yeah. Well, they'll appreciate that. Anyway.
How long have we done so far?
9 minutes.
Okay,
absolutely.
No boxing. I think we should just not talk boxing today.
Why?
I'm joking. We always will.
Were you not?
Well, I've got to do it at 4:30. I've got to leave here actually at 4 o'clock because I'm picking my daughter up. She is at Essex Cricket Club today, Essex County Cricket Club. They've got a school day. I think it's amazing how big women's cricket's becoming, girls' cricket. Like at one school they're going to, there's actually female or girl players that are in the boys' team, like the first 11 at the school. I think that's incredible. Oh, it's really good.
Knowledge on women's cricket isn't...
No, but just imagine when we were growing up, in our first teams at school, that women were in the boys' first teams at school. I think it's brilliant.
Shout out to
Girl Power.
Girl Power. Do you know, like, the dust has settled on Anthony Joshua's defeat now? Mm-hmm. A little bit. I'm sure it hasn't completely.
I don't think it'll ever settle.
No, maybe not. But did it kind of surprise, or I probably know the answer to this, but surprise or not surprise you how many people were going, ha ha, ha ha, Hearn?
Not really, mate.
You expected it?
Of course. You know, listen, people don't like, the truth is that people don't particularly want people to do well. This is a problem, an epidemic in this country. But secondly, when you're a little bit of a loudmouth flash Harry like me, obviously when things go wrong, I'm going to get a load of stick. It comes with the territory. It's not unexpected. I don't sit there and cry about it. Look at me. Like, watch this last 10 minutes back. If you didn't know me, we've had this conversation a million times. You would think, people watching this who watch all your stuff hopefully find it quite amusing. If you've just tuned in, you would be watching this, like that thing Waffleish got, and think, what? Who? Oh my God, who is this bloke? He's despicable. But that's part of, a lot of this is just a wind up. Like, other people out there, other promoters, I know for a fact that they're like, they would have watched that 10 minutes and their blood just boils. It's like, fucking hell, I can't stand him. But I find that so funny because I'm a little bit more light-hearted. So, of course, they're the people, like, you imagine other promoters, but what they don't understand is, it's no problem. It's not, if we move on to the rematch, he wins the rematch, or he doesn't win the rematch, and then we do another big fight. It's like, this is sport. It's not a case of, we must never get our fighters beat because then we let the others win. It's just a case of, you let nature, life, fate, sport take its course, and whoever wins the fight, wins the fight. Of course, you always want your guys to win, but if the road was just dead straight with no bumps in it, it'd be very, very boring. And don't get me wrong, I never want AJ to lose, ever. But at no point, I swear to you, at no point has since this happened have I thought, oh my God, what this has done to me and the company is terrible. It's just a case of, fucking hell, I can't believe that. Right, let's get him in the best position to retain his world championship. This rematch is going to be massive, right? And how exciting is going to be. And I even spoke to AJ the other night. I said, it's weird, isn't it? I said, every fight you've had since the Klitschko fight, everyone's talking about the fight after, right? This is the first fight that you've had since Klitschko where no one's talking about the fight after this. This is it. This is the fight. All you've got to do is beat Ruiz. That's the focus. And he said it's quite refreshing because I think he's felt like every fight's like, oh yeah, but when are you going to do this? And who's next? And so this time around, and to be honest with you, I didn't know what we were going to do in November, December. And it definitely weren't as big as what this rematch is going to be. And listen, maybe that's me just talking myself into thinking positively about the situation, but I don't think negatively about situations. It's done. What are you going to do about it? Cry? No. You're going to dust yourself down, you're going to get yourself prepared, you're going to create this monumental event, biggest fight of the year, and you're going to get behind your man to go and win his titles back. And when he does, because he will, when he does, it's going to be epic. It's going to be monstrous. And I'll be the geezer in the ring, giving it that one. And the people who are going, was it? What is it? Will then be going, oh! But they're the people, you can't live your life like that. Because you can't wish failure on people and then when people have success, be full of hatred. You've just got to be relaxed with life. It's like, the support that he's had, mainly from decent people, which is 90% of the people out there, it's been incredible. It's inspiring to him to say, mate, you'll get this back. We're behind you. Blah blah. The others, Joshua, yeah. Why would you? You know AJ, right? How could you ever wish, or how could you ever be happy for him to lose or not succeed? What would the reason be?
But I genuinely think more people are happy to see him lose because of you. I do think
maybe.
that.
I disagree, actually. No, there isn't any of that. But
you do.
No, but I do think people. I've seen just since he's got to a level, I've seen it. It happens in everything. You've just only got to. Sometimes, every now and again, someone will tweet something. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't know, Lineker, Piers Morgan, and you just read the responses. Like, wow. I mean, but people, I just think, you know, everyone's got a different outlook on life, haven't they? Some people fume and rage and get angry with things and like full of hate because things ain't going their way. And then if someone else's doesn't go their way, they're like, yeah, see? It's like, relax, mate. Just enjoy yourself. I mean, there are people out there like promoters who just lose their shit. And you know, you look at their business and you think, you must lead terrible lives because not only are you full of hate, but your business is a shambles as well. So every day, you must just be so unhappy. Life's about being happy, relaxed, chilled out. None of this matters. You know, and I don't want to go to the depressing stage, but we're here for a good time, not a long time. So whatever happens, happens. But have a good time. Be happy, enjoy yourself. Some days you can have bad days, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. So you're not full of hate. You're right, but you're that kind of, I've never seen you really lose your rag that much. You're quite chilled out.
Oh, but even in people I wouldn't wish like death upon them or...
Because I think it comes back on you, that's the problem.
Or I wouldn't want them to do whatever they're doing if they're, whatever.
Can I just say, you took it a bit farther with wishing death on people. Can we just make this clear? I know I said a lot of hate, but...
Alright, okay, wrong wording. But you know, I'm just...
Yeah, just wanted to say that was just like a random comment, wasn't it?
No, I don't wish that upon anyone. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
no, neither do you.
No, but I'm saying on people on me.
Oh, right.
I mean, when you say about wishing death,
yeah.
What sort of percentage is that we're talking about?
No one.
Oh, good. Okay.
You get the odd idiot. I've had people tweet me. Whatever. So, do you know how Joshua is so far ahead in terms of everything is that fair to say in what you have in your stable? Commercially,
in any like compared to any other fighter. I mean, you've got Canelo and Joshua, and then you've got like there's such a huge gap between the others. Yeah, of course he's our biggest fighter. And by the way, he's still our biggest fighter by a country mile today. And nothing's like... The rematch is very important because he must win it, and if he doesn't win it, then he's not back to the drawing board, but obviously he's not fighting for world titles again, probably immediately. So at the moment, honestly, nothing's really changed because we've got that other fight, and if he wins that rematch, he's bigger than he ever was. So I don't, at the moment, I say nothing's changed, he's lost, but he's still in the biggest fight of the year coming up. He's still got a chance to win all his belts back. He's still got a chance to take his profile to just astronomical levels through victory. But I just want him to win, honestly. All of that stuff's really nice and it comes with the territory. I just want him to win for him. I just want him to be happy, to be honest with you. And I think that there's part of AJ that, and I don't know whether he would ever admit this or whether he even knows it, where his life has changed so much that I think some of the pressures that come with it is something that he really never wanted to sign up with, but never thought would come with the position. Do you understand what I mean? He's just a great guy who loves chilling out with his mates, loves having a laugh, loves the sport, loves training. He doesn't want a lot of the bullshit that comes with it. And it is like pain. We joke about you and me, but you imagine that times that by 1,000. That's what he's got, right? And sometimes you live in this, it must be like a world of noise where he can't go anywhere. I mean, you get mobbed now when you're out in the public, right? Imagine him. You can't do anything. What can you do? Call your mate out and meet for a coffee. No. Go to a restaurant. No. People just taking photos all the time, asking him for...
We can't do this sort of thing, Ed.
I'm talking about you.
No, I know.
But what sort of... And I know people go, oh yeah, but he's making 40. It's irrelevant, really.
Yeah, but...
He lives in a world of noise where I think sometimes you must just think, oh, leave me alone. And I think now... And I said... I'm not sure whether I saw that some site reported that he said about my comments that, you know, when I said that I feel as though it's a little bit of stress off his shoulders, that he doesn't have the belts anymore. You know, and he says, no, I want the belts, I'm a winner, and you are. But what I'm saying is that there must come a point where you feel a little bit free, where the pressure's not quite there anymore. The pressure's there to win them back, but only because you're a competitor and you want to win. But I guess that's the same when if you packed up what you were doing, and you just think to yourself, fuck, I haven't got to do it anymore. I haven't got to listen to people going, where's the video? You prick.
Wait all night.
Yeah. You mug. So, and it's just like, oh, I'm done. And it's not, I'm done, but it's just, when you're fighting him, when you're doing this, it's just, I don't know, I think it's just like a world of noise. So, I think the last few weeks, like, he's devastated to lose his fight. Devastated to lose his fight. Because he's a winner. Natural winner. So competitive. And I know that'll be eating him up, but you need that to eat you up. You have to. Because if you don't feel as though, if you went away and you went, do you know what? I'm pleased for Andy. I'm almost happy with the defeat. He was never happy with the defeat. What he did was, he was humble in defeat. But as he said in the press conferences, losing is not acceptable to him.
That was one of the most ridiculous things, like people saying that, oh, look at his body language, that he didn't care about losing, he was happy to lose.
I've probably never met a bigger competitor than him. What he did was, he was humble. He knows he has an obligation to behave in a certain way, right? Not cry, not sulk, not moan, not throw his hands up in the air, just to say, you won, you were the better man, congratulations.
Are people not used to this?
Not really.
That kind of response?
No, not really. No, they're not in boxing, probably. But, like I said, I do think it's eating away at him that he lost, and I know how badly he wants to win. That's what's got to drive him, because it's going to be a very difficult fight.
So, driving along today, through Craze Hill, do you know where Craze Hill is? Driving through there. My mate's on the side of the road, talking to someone else, waved me down, thought, alright, I'll pull over for a second. My friend here is a proper casual boxing fan. I haven't seen him since Joshua defeated. He goes, mate, come on, you must know what happened.
I know, I've had it.
He goes, what really happened? And I went, I'm going into autopilot mode with this. Yeah. And then he goes, listen, I've heard some things. I went, what have you heard? What have you heard then? He went, listen mate, I heard his old man weren't right, didn't want him to fight. I heard that, he got knocked out in sparring. I've heard that from good source I have. I went,
what was that, boxing?
No, but listen to what he said. He goes, he didn't get knocked out in sparring. I said, even the geezer who's apparently knocked him out in sparring has come out the other day and said that, he hasn't said anything about this. He just doesn't want to talk about sparring stories. I said, where have you heard all this stuff then? Someone's obviously from the camps told you.
Facebook?
No, you read it on some internet forum. I went, when I tell you the forum, I'll send the link to you later on. Fine. Read it, it's really good.
I had one at Ascot, right? So, a gentleman comes up to me with his wife, horsey people. Comes up, he says, I saw AJ. Bloody hell, couldn't believe it. I said, yeah mate, we'll win the rematch though, it's going to be a big fight. The wife goes to me, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, of course you can. She said, was that real? I said, sorry? She said, was that real? Or was that all put on? I said, put on what? She went, no, was that planned? Like, did you all know what you were doing? So the rematch could be really big. I was like, no. She's like, I know. I'm like, frightening. I mean,
that's so bad.
I know, but it's like people. This all started with. I've got the link somewhere. Someone sent it to me. Some random Twitter boxing news site with 800 followers said John Fury came out and said that AJ's dad said that he had a panic attack and I dragged him out into the ring and he didn't want. And then someone else reported that Peter Fury said it. So I've sent. No, he didn't. Yeah. This bloke just said, and what it was John Fury's parody account on Twitter. This is mad how things happen, right? So I text Peter Fury and I just said, Pete, what's this? And he went, I don't even know what you. So he's then messaged the site who have then taken it down. But it's frightening. you know, and then when this lady said to me, was it put on? I mean, so I don't know what people are thinking. But
so John Fury the other day did a video with Boxing Social where he was talking about, I think the situation, he was talking about he's not on any social media. He's got a £10 phone. So that's what he said. I've got a phone. I say hello and goodbye. And that's
I think the only thing that probably added to speculation was when you analyse what AJ's like in the ring. He looks like he's just like, you know. And if I remember being in the ring with him against Povetkin with Klitschko, and I was just looking at him thinking, it was just like.
But you're picking up on it because he loves.
No, of course, but that's why people do that. No, but even that, you know, we want to analyse. The team want to analyse everything, and honestly, I think it's just a case of. And he said to me the other day, people just talk to me about Wilder and this, and like with all fight week was after this fight, I'll sit down with Wilder. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Right, I'll sit down with Wilder.
Fury,
yeah, all this. So subconsciously, it's like this fight's won. And when it breaks down or it goes wrong or you get hurt, it's like, what the fuck? And I think that this time you can go in with the attitude is, this is everything. Like, and that's what he had when he went in against Klitschko. He was like prepared to go to any lengths to win that fight. It was just this fight. This fight was the only thing that mattered to him. And now we're there again with Ruiz. This is going to be epic, mate. Epic. But it's going to be a real tough fight. But I can't wait. I mean, I'm going to be absolutely shitting myself. But this is what we live for.
You honestly believe that he puts it right?
I do. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think he's going to need a great performance.
Do you think he'll have to pick himself back off the floor again?
Possibly. I mean, yeah, I saw Ruiz the other night just saying, he's got to run in the rematch. That's what he can't do. Can't run. He boxed off the back foot last time. But it's going to take a really good performance, physically and mentally, to win this fight. And I just believe in him. I believe in his mindset. I believe in his ability. And I just believe that he's going to do it.
So, just to kind of, I mean, it's been talked about whatever, but 3.5 weeks on from that, can you just categorically say that nothing, apart from the things you were talking about now, and maybe about thinking about Fury, etc., nothing was wrong?
Absolutely nothing at all. Fight week could have been better. More energy than ever, because this was part of he used to go into fight week shattered, and he went into the Povetkin fight and he was ill, 48 hours before the fight, 24 hours before the fight. He came down with a fever and a flu, and this was all about. He came to the thing on Monday. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Fucking happy as Larry. Tuesday, Wednesday I went to ESPN. Thursday we did the press conference. Friday they did the weigh-in. Mate, absolutely happy as Larry. On the pads in the change room, perfect. Walked to the arena. Was he more nervous than normal? Maybe, a little bit new. It wasn't like where we'd been before. Ring walk was a little bit short. Normally has the fireworks and goes around, but we're in the ring for the anthems. He had a little bit of a sore neck. He was getting that massaged in the corner. Got out. I was very nervous, always nervous. And again, I think I probably said, to my dad something like, God, is it like every time I get out of the ring, an AJ fight, I think normally fighters are jumping up and down, shadow boxing, Frotch used to, he's I don't even think his heart's beating, but he's always like that, and I've always commented about that when I've got out of the ring. I had Chris Mannix go to me, you walked out with Anthony Joshua, you don't walk out with your fighters. I'm like, I've walked out every AJ fight, I think. It's like, really? I'm like, yes, I swear.
Going back to
tape. So, yeah, honestly, he couldn't, there was nothing in the week that anyone was even discussing. The only thing all week, he had a star on his eye. That was it. And that was it. One day, I think he woke up, it was a little bit swollen. I think it was Wednesday. And then people picked it up on a Thursday or Friday. But I just think he subconsciously overlooked it. Not he didn't train less. He just, I don't know. Again, I've said it a million times. Give Ruiz some credit. performed well, got up off the deck. And got hit by a right hand, by the way, when he got up from the deck that would have poleaxed 90% of heavyweights. So give him the respect.
What can you say us anything new about what I'm assuming will come at some point at the back end of this week or early next week about the rematch?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got to make a decision by the end of the weekend.
Have you made that?
No, we've already exercised the rematch clause, but we need to lock down the date. I said in an interview, I think with you, the date was between November the 14th or 16th and December the 14th.
So you penciled out kind of for Tottenham and Wembley.
Yeah, I will take away now that weekend of
the 14th,
the
16th.
And I will also take away the weekend after that.
Of November?
Yes. So we're looking at...
Have you ruled any venues out?
That makes it very hard to do Wembley or Spurs. We're still talking. But it comes around real quick. Like, you've got to go back into camp in 7 or 8 weeks. So, you still get me now. And, oh, he's laughing.
Nothing good.
And I think more likely it will be the 29th, 30th, or 7th or 14th.
Where do you want it to be?
Honestly, like, I want it to be where he... The problem is with AJ, he's that chilled and relaxed, right? That it's like, I'll say to him, mate, where do you want to do it? And he goes, I really don't mind. Where do you think? And I go, yeah, but where do you want it? Maybe we could go back to MSG, you know, where it all went wrong. I think that'd be a big statement. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, pretty cool to do it in the UK as well. I'm like, so what do you want to do? I'm easy, mate. You know, you guys can decide. So that's really where we're at the moment. There is more money to do it in America.
Have you got pressure from DAZN to do it
in America? It's not about pressure from DAZN. Like,
well, I'm sure they...
Yeah, but I mean, you talk about pressure from DAZN. It's either you accept the deal they're offering or you do it in the UK. It's not like they haven't turned up at the house tonight and like started waterboarding me and tying me up saying, you better do it in America. And it's just, DAZN would love this fight in America. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be swayed by a few $1 million. It's going to be swayed by Anthony Joshua saying, this is where I want it. But at the moment, he's happy to do it. We can, you know, I think, when you think about it, he did the last fight in America. It's really important that he wins. He'd be well within his rights to do it in the UK. Would he have better advantage in the UK? Possibly. Would it be more pressure? Probably be more of a statement to do it in the US. You know?
But you're saying if it's in the UK, it's more likely going to happen in Cardiff.
Yeah. But we're still talking to the other guys. But that's really the date that they had, which was November 17th.
You did say last week that we'd hear about this week. Is that?
It will be decided this week, whether you hear about it or not, this week, but it won't be long.
There are a few cynical people that believe that the rematch won't happen.
For what reason?
Possibly on Andy Ruiz's side. Do you see any complications? You are a bit coy around this.
I'm not coy around it. What do you ask me? Whatever you want.
Well, the original interview I did for you in New York, and you said that there was stuff that you kept alluding to the fact that people with a boxing brain would know. Look,
I'm not going to talk about what's in the contract. What I know is that you should know, or anyone with any knowledge of boxing knows that when you go into a fight like this, there is a rematch clause and things are papered. So there's no... Andy, we've spoken to Andy's team. Andy's, I think, talking about a rematch at the weekend, saying it's going to be easier this time and stuff like that. It's on. Could it not happen? Yeah, if Andy Ruiz maybe said, I'm going to take a couple of years break, right? Could it not happen if AJ went, do you know what, actually, I'm not going to have the rematch next, and I'm going to go and have a couple of warm-up fights next year, or this year? Ain't happening. So, if AJ got injured, I don't know.
What if Ruiz got injured?
Then it just extends.
But you're not allowed to take a fight in that meantime. Say he was injured for us.
Yeah, again, but this is stuff in the... again, just use your brain. You know how I operate, right? I'm not a mug. So, Just what do you think?
Should have ran a contract.
I should be able to. No, but it's important. It's not something that I just sort of papered myself and went, yeah, mate, that looks good. Like this goes through 5 or 6 different lawyers. This is big business. Of course. So when you're asking those questions, just have a break and go, yeah, you would have thought of that.
All right, can I just?
Because if you're thinking about it,
can I ask one thing?
Anything.
The money that Ruiz will receive in the rematch, was that already set, done and dusted before the first fight?
Again, some questions you don't have to ask. Just think sometimes.
Yeah, I know, but then when I hear him saying some
why
stuff,
ask it?
Like, no, but when I hear Ruiz saying some stuff, and then I'm like,
yeah, look, just you know me.
All right, fair enough. Roll on wherever, Cardiff, stroke, New York.
Where do you want it?
New York.
Do you?
Because
holiday.
No. Well, it is more scenic than Cardiff. No disrespect to Cardiff, by the way, I love Cardiff. But I think that whole thing of going back to where it went wrong is like, makes it, whatever. Do you regret not doing more to sign Tyson Fury back in the day? In hindsight?
Do you know what? I thought about that the other day because I could have quite easily signed him. He probably won't admit that, but.
Were you thinking about it the other day because of the situation you kind of...
No, someone asked me the question and said, did you ever think about signing Tyson Fury? And I thought, do you know what, I could have quite easily. Like, we were arguing over not a lot of money at all. And again, people won't believe this. Other than when that person asked me about it the other day, I've not thought about it once. Because once it's done, it's done. And it's not like, I had to make a call about whether... tell you the reason that I didn't is because I actually ended up... No, he did do it that way. I had to give him 2 fights, as Frank did. And they were just so bad, the people he wanted to fight. I didn't want to do it. And I didn't expect him to fight Wilder in the 3rd fight, because we were talking about Manuel Char and people like that. So if I would have known that he was going to fight Wilder in the 3rd fight, I would have done the 2 bad fights first. Yeah, I would have.
But again, it's one of those things.
I mean, look, he's got a very good promoter in Bob Arum, and I think they've done a good job for him. They've built him well in America now. His next fight will be in America, and Fury's, despite people us having sometimes backwards and forwards, I really think Fury is just a brilliant self-promoter. I think he's a funny bastard. I think he's really entertaining. I don't think he's entertaining in the ring, I've got to say. But I do think he's excellent fighter.
But he's in entertaining fights?
Not really.
Well...
No. I mean, no, not really.
Okay. Are you saying never, or are you saying...
Very rarely. Tell me and I know I'm going to get loads of hate over it.
We went through this with
tell me the really entertaining fights that he's been in.
Oh, well, I'm gonna call the Wilder fight entertaining.
That's fair enough. No, I don't mind that. It wasn't. I mean, there was rounds where 4 or 5 punches were funny, but it was dramatic.
It was dramatic.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. Carry on.
Okay. I know you're not going to agree with this, but
go on.
The Klitschko performance was great.
I'm talking about I said entertaining.
Okay, but
I say he's great. Great fighter. Really tricky and awkward. I'm just saying entertaining. And people keep playing that clip now. I say he's just not entertaining, or whatever. It's the most unentertaining fight I've ever seen. That was a bit strong, but that was before the Wilder fight. But like, when you watch AJ, and I'm not saying that AJ is the be all and end all, it's fucking epic every time, mate. Because you just like, and same with Wilder, by the way. Wilder's massively entertaining to watch. Fury's not. It's just really good. Klitschko wasn't entertaining to watch, by the way, was it? To be honest.
Well, again, some fights, the fights really, you're in as well.
Really, not as a whole, not really. Brilliant fighter. That's my opinion.
Is Dillian Whyte entertaining?
Fucking right. Is Dillian Whyte entertaining?
I'm asking.
What a ridiculous question.
I'm asking.
Dillian Whyte is, he's up there with Wilder and AJ as the most entertaining heavyweights out there. He's sometimes a little bit vulnerable. He goes for shit or bust. He can punch. He loves a tear up. You buy a ticket to a Dillian Whyte fight, you fucking know exactly what you're getting, mate. It's not a criticism of Tyson. I can't say more nice things, can I? Unbelievable fighter, so skillful, great self-promoter, really entertaining, funny bastard, nice geezer. Just don't think, on the whole.
I'd love to know whether you'd be dropping this in had you signed him.
Well, obviously, I'm a promoter. I'm not going to sit there and go, yeah, I've signed this guy. He ain't that entertaining, to be honest with you, mate. Between me and you, I've signed. Yeah, but I can be more like. It's not a business thing. I'm just saying. Obviously, if I sign a bloke, I'm not going to say he ain't that entertaining. That's what I do. I'm a used car salesman. I'm a promoter. But I can tell you about people I don't work with. It doesn't matter whether they're with Bob Arum or they're with Al Heyman. I'm like a fan. I'm allowed opinions, aren't I?
Of course.
Go fuck yourself.
Who was that thing?
Just in general.
Oh.
You can sit there with no boxing experience of being around boxing on Twitter and have your opinion. Why can't I have my opinion?
You can have your opinion.
Good. You're shit and all.
Who?
You.
I know you're busy.
I'm busy. Do you know what though? I will say one thing. Someone messaged me the other day and said, Eddie, you are a boxing god. Handsome, funny, intelligent, great guy, and you've saved British boxing, right? And I was like, that's nice, but kind of right. And then he said, he didn't do that by the way. You looked at me as if to say that was a standard comment. I've not had a comment like that since I was promoting Audley. But he did say what he'd done for British boxing, blah blah. Then someone came on and went, I would just like to say, KUGAN CASSIUS never gets any credit for what he's done for British boxing. So I had to think about it, went back to him, and I just put, fucking right too. No, I didn't really, but I just thought about it and I thought, I don't think you get the credit really. Because we've both given our soul, haven't we, to the sport in the last, how long have we been doing this now?
I've been doing.
When was that prize fighter interview?
9 years ago.
Okay. So for 10 years, really, we've given our soul to the sport. A lot of stick, a lot of travelling, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. So I think you should get some credit as well. But you got to think, you probably don't get the credit that you deserve. Just wanted to put that out there to IFL fans.
Oh well, fair play, Edward. Fair play.
Do you feel as though you deserve more credit?
No.
Are you searching for credit?
No. I don't believe I deserve
But that's the first time you've ever asked me to say anything like that in an interview.
Yeah. I only asked you about Coffalicious and Waffalicious.
Yeah. No, but I think you should get more credit.
Does
it make you feel good when someone says that?
Do you know what I love? Is when people go, you know what, this is my best thing. This is my favourite thing to know, right? When people go, I get this tweet. Oh, I thought that Hearn was right prick. Then I watched his interview with KUGAN CASSIUS and now I think he's alright.
That's the best thing for you?
Yes.
Some geezer giving me a compliment.
No, not necessarily you. It could be anyone. It could be someone else. I'm just using you as an example because...
the great thing is that you get to just really show the real person.
Why are you talking
like
like
the camera? Because it's arty. You know?
No, but that's a good compliment. You know, you're giving everything on a fucking plate. What do you want to say? Let's have some updates.
Go on
then. Edward. No, that's not Bob Arum. Eddie.
Yeah. Listen. We gotta do Loma against Campbell, August 31st at the O2. We're nearly there. I'm going to LA tomorrow, not to see Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're nearly there. August 31st at the O2 is what we're trying to do for Lomachenko against Campbell.
So you almost dead in the water the other day, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't dead, but we were at a point where nothing was moving and pursuits were approaching. So we had a couple of conversations and it's not done, but it's looking more positive now.
So you expect a decision on that, what day?
This week, and again, I'm not sure it would be announced this week, but we would have to close it off this week.
I think people would kind of rate you for getting Roma here.
Well, that's the plan. I mean, I just think that it's there's a lot of talk at the moment, isn't there, about all the top fighters or big names are going to America and there's no big names coming to the UK anymore, stuff like that. So to do a Lomachenko-Campbell fight, I think would be great for British boxing.
It's too early to even talk about who you could stick on that card, isn't it? It's
No,
done
but
yet, so.
I mean, we're planning a big card for that night, and you're going to see a few surprises, I think, with the schedule from September.
Okay. What, more boxing?
No, I want to talk about it in a couple of weeks with you.
Okay.
But it's going to be exciting and unexpected, I think, on at times.
Okay. So, Edward.
Yes.
Amir Khan against Whyte was announced to go on Channel 5 today. Announcing also Hughie Fury on the undercard, etc. Now, are you still co-promoting this?
So, no.
Okay.
No.
Can you talk about
we made a decision. I'm not going to go into it. I mean, still, it's like very amicable.
Yeah.
But there were certain things that we weren't happy with and decided not to go through on with the terms that were discussed, put it that way. I'm not going to sort of say anything derogatory or controversial. It's just that things didn't work out. All very amicable, just wasn't for us.
Okay. You mentioned Povetkin the other day. Do you know
he was potentially going to go on that card,
right.
so he'll be moved now to another date, probably in July. Possibly July 27th on the hooker.
Oh,
card.
in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's interesting. What did I have to ask you? Did you know O'Hara Davies is fighting this Friday? On an MTK show.
Miguel Vasquez.
Yes. Good fight for O'Hara?
Yeah, a tough one style-wise. Vasquez is horribly awkward and a bit negative. So OD's got to stick it on him. Good fight though. I don't really know. I mean, OD lost to Catterall. Has he fought since?
No.
Okay, it's a good fight for him to come as in, big fight for him to come back to.
Yeah.
I haven't seen OD for years.
What, in person?
No. So, I think he's good.
Live on IFL TV this week?
Listen, I think I didn't watch. So you had Ward against Conroy. Was that Friday night?
Friday night.
And then
Belfast.
you had Saturday in. Yeah, I did tune in briefly on Saturday just to have a little butchers. And listen, I think it's brilliant what you're doing. I mean,
well, it's MTK that doing it.
Yeah, no, all of you. You're a crew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, but at the end of the day, you're putting on fights like that. They're sort of like next gen cards, right? I mean, and
MTK equivalents of next.
Yeah, so
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe it don't have as many sort of British titles and Europe like sometimes we do. But the quality of fights, I mean, I didn't see Ward Conroy. I saw you saying people saying it was a great fight, but that's a good fight. Like Conroy's actually a really underrated fighter. So's Ward. Didn't see McGregor, who I rate. He won, obviously, did he?
Yeah.
Stoppage or you don't know, do you?
What are you talking about?
Do you know the results of the card, or do you just play this game?
No, I don't know the results from your card actually.
Really?
Did Conor Ben win?
So yeah, but with McGregor, what round did he stop him in?
8th.
Okay. No, but it's hard work to do that Friday and Saturday. I mean, it's a great buzz, but it's great for the fighters. Great for the fighters, and where it's working well is even fighters that we've got who are with MTK, Rocky Fielding, who's actually pulled off the card.
Injured his toe.
But there's a situation where sometimes fighters need run-outs and you haven't got the shows that suit their dates, and I'm all for it, mate.
Yeah, no, there were two really, really good shows, and obviously they're getting the...
When's the next? Oh, you'll call
on the 28th.
This Friday?
Yes, and then we're in Kazakhstan on the 6th of July. That's Nordin Valley defending his world title.
I think it's great. Mate, anytime fighters are getting opportunities, I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely, and you're not a hater. Have you been watching Love Island?
No, not one episode.
Because your ring card girl's in it.
And Tommy Fury's
Fury's in it, yeah.
What's been happening? I saw a few bits.
I'm really watching it properly. I've been watching clips, but Tommy Fury only. Have you seen a clip of Tommy Fury finding out about Joshua's defeat?
No.
Haven't you seen it?
Yeah, I haven't seen an episode. Has he been having all the joy?
All the joy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
trying to
assuming
think of the right way
I'm
to say it.
assuming he's getting some joy in
Yeah,
it, but I haven't been watching it religiously enough to really comment. I've seen bits of Maura because we know her obviously, and Tommy. So
how's she getting?
she's like the most talked about one on there.
Really?
Yeah, she's having
Good
dramas in there. So
probably won't see
you'll
her.
probably stick her on a
Probably won't see her at the shows again then.
Probably not. Right, USEC situation. It's been made the mandatory.
Who's that? Usyk's brother?
USEC.
Who's Usyk?
USEC. Oh, picking holes in that now.
Oh, Usyk.
USEC.
Yeah. Usyk, WBO mandatory.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a request for Joshua to fight Ruiz in a rematch to the governing bodies, and Usyk will be basically the mandatory. The winner of that fight must fight Usyk.
Next.
Yes.
Any other updates on any of the other mandatories?
No, we've told everybody's been told of our plans. I don't envisage any belt being dropped. I mean,
It's boxing.
Yeah.
What's happening with?
So what was that?
It's boxing.
Oh right.
You've done some weird voices here today.
I've never gone. It's boxing.
Say it again.
It's boxing. What was that?
Hey, Eddie, her facial.
Yeah, looking good, man.
Did you watch Malinaji and
No.
No. Logov.
No. Did you?
No, I didn't watch it live. I've watched some of the.
Surprised, but was it a controversial points defeat?
Actually, Paulie texted me and said I haven't seen the whole fight to comment whether it was whatever. But I mean, it's Paulie's nuts, isn't he? Just even doing that. But
Well, obviously got a few quid.
got a few quid, but
Why?
you
Do it for a laugh, didn't
you? Well, clearly not. But would you do bare knuckle?
Yeah, I reckon I'll be decent at that, mate. To be honest.
Okay. But you haven't watched it. But are you a fan? Have you ever watched bare knuckle like this?
I don't. I'm not a fan. No. I think it's quite. It's extremely barbaric, obviously. Again, I don't really think. Oh, it's disgusting. We must put an end to this. It's so terrible for the sport. It's just someone trying to make a few quid out of something different, and it's not really for me. But I've no problem with it if fighters want to do it. I mean, I think only certain fighters would do it at certain stages in their career. But good luck to the business. I mean, if people find it entertaining and want to watch it,
why not?
rather that than Love Island.
I disagree with that. Love Island's a hit this year.
Yeah, but would you rather?
What would I rather watch? Yeah, I'd rather watch.
Okay.
You do bare knuckle than
Me in Love Island.
Love Island. So you made some comments the other day about you believe that the Wilder Fury rematch will happen.
I just think that
next.
they won't, because I think with the WBC ruling, which will hopefully again be resolved this week, I think that they'll want to get that fight done quicker, and then they'll start looking at the Ortiz fight and thinking, why are we risking Wilder in the Ortiz fight when we've got the Fury fight there? So it wouldn't surprise me if that fight happened this year.
What, as in next for both of them? So without Fury having this...
I think that's what Bob wants. I don't think Bob wants to give Fury another fight like that. I mean, they sold 5,000 tickets. I paid him a fortune. Like, you get away with one. He ain't going to get away with another one. So, I think Bob will be saying, let's do it now. I think Tyson will be up for it. I mean, unless he wants to have another easy grab.
I think the official attendance in there was 9 and a bit.
It's all been released, mate. Get with it.
What? Where was it released?
In Las Vegas, they have to announce the exact attendance, paid tickets and complimentary tickets.
Okay.
There's 5,000 tickets sold.
Okay.
Sorry to deflate.
No, I just never hear you declaring your comps.
We don't know. They don't declare the comps. In Vegas, it's declared by them.
I didn't know that. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, learn something new. We don't do that here though.
No.
But we don't do anything here, do we? No.
Comps over here I say they don't exist. They don't exist like they do in America. And obviously, if you're in Vegas and you've got tickets spare, you're giving them to the casino that are hosting you. They're giving you rooms and all sorts. But over here, it's not like. I mean, you do comps, mainly to troops. That's where we do ours.
Eddie, have you spoken to Joe Gallagher about Callum Smith. And
No, we've got a meeting. We're supposed to have a meeting this week, but it's probably going to be on Monday.
But you acknowledge now that you've seen. Have you seen?
No, I haven't seen an offer.
But you know that an offer's been sent.
Only because you told me Frank told you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it hasn't been discussed. So one, he either didn't get it, it's irrelevant, or we're going to discuss it at the meeting. So I'll let you know which one it is. But Callum's been away. He got back yesterday or 2 days ago.
Are you going to consider it?
Of course.
If there's...
Again, who do you think makes these decisions? Like, I don't walk into a meeting and go, you are not having that fight. It's just, let's look at the offer.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. You know better than
you
that.
ain't fighting with them.
No, you ain't. Nah.
You might do, I don't know. Do you not do that?
No, don't be. They've made an offer for John Ryder. Really good offer, which we're considering. So I don't, again, if it's the right offer, if it's the right number, no problem at all.
Anything on Kelbrook?
No, still trying. We'd like the Crawford fight, and I think we're starting to sort of get to a stage where we could probably try and make things happen on the Khan fight. Not sure.
Because there's strong rumours about the Pacquiao fight will happen next.
That's, I think, the intentions of Amit and Saudi. But he's reclaiming. No caller ID.
I hate that, don't you?
Do you want me to get it? Come.
Oh, this is a risk. Go on.
Hello. Sorry, from where?
Hello? Oh, hello! Could you phone me back in 15 minutes? I do need to talk to you, but please ring me back in 15 minutes. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Have a good 15 minutes. Bye.
I didn't hear anything. All I heard was your prescription's ready.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That's my doctor.
Right,
my doctor's PA. Edward. Dylan Whyte, lastly.
Yes. Yeah.
Dylan Whyte, what's...
So, we're just papering the WBC resolution right now.
Okay.
So, bear with me. We're nearly there. It's a major moment for his career.
And you expect to find out when?
It's being papered now. As in, like, when I put that down, things were going off on this screen.
Is it happening now?
It's happening now.
Can you read it to us?
No. But it's very, very important. And it means July 20 is fucking huge.
How have tickets gone for that?
Good. Still got the 40s, 60s, 80s are all gone. Hundreds, maybe. And then higher prices still available. Don't miss it. Mega night. Chisora Spilka, Alan Price, Dillian Whyte against Ruiz with a little sprinkling of magic on it. WBC magic. And off we go.
Okay.
Can I go now? Because my coccyx is hurting.
On that note,
Cheers, people.
Thank you very much.